Good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner. It's Wednesday, the 17th of November. Halfway through the month, halfway through the week, halfway through everything. Paul, what are you halfway through?
Well, I'm halfway through the day already.
Well, you must have been up early. You're doing a one-to-one conference, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to one-to-one. That'll keep me busy, pretty busy. But
Well, you have some good meetings. Anyway, look, let's just rattle through a little bit. Quite an interesting announcement out from Jubilee Metals this morning. Jubilee Metals, I think, is a very well-run company. It's really interesting, although it doesn't talk to anybody, which makes it quite difficult to follow. But that looked like quite a good update. And I see they're also going into Cyprus.
yes, they've been in Cyprus for a little while now, several months, in the joint venture with Keras Minerals, also AIM quoted there on some VMS copper properties there on the island. Here in the update today, they were talking about just the general shareholder news about their copper and PGM projects around various countries. First off, construction on the project Roan mine processing plant in northern Zambia is just about complete, and they're commissioning the plant here in December. They also plan to upscale their engineering team in Cyprus, given the drilling results success so far by Keras there at their truly copper project. And there's also the capitalization program of the $21 million added build to the Inyoni PGM project in South Africa. That's pretty much done now, so that should be feeding through to operational improvements and production increases on that operation coming forward. They still have retained their outlook for 50,000 PGM ounces this year.
Okay, well, it all seems pretty good to me. Also, I'll tell you the other one, which I've got to get you to talk about a little bit. It was a little bit of update from Strategic Minerals, which obviously is the Redmoor exploration project down in Cornwall.
Yes, this is from surface sampling on a pit, something called Pit 4, there on some of their acreage down there on Redmoor project. Pit 4, as it turns out, has outcropping tin mineralization, which is of economic, you would call it of economic grade if there's sufficient volume. Assays as high as 0.68% tin in that little bit of surface sampling they announced today. So they're working up a drilling program for next year to see just to see if they can put some depth extension on that kind of mineralization. I don't think that particular prospect under Pit 4 has been, pretty sure it hasn't been drilled previously, and it may not have been mined under either, because that would have been low-grade material at the time when the tin mines were operating 150 years ago. So we'll see what they might be able to do with that.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my invitation to go and visit it, Paul, but haven't had it yet. Although I'm down in Cornwall tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, what else? If I see him at 1-to-1, I'll have to mention it to him. So
yeah, I know I've got a house down there. What else do you like to talk about today, Paul?
Oh, we've got the announcement here from Glencore and Evolution Mining that Evolution is going to buy out Glencore in the Ernest Henry Copper Project in Queensland. That's in the Mount Isa district. And Glencore will receive $1 billion Australian on the deal, of which 800 million they'll receive on the close of the transaction, and another 200 million in 12 months' time. Evolution's already been involved with Glencore on the operation for almost 5 years now in various capacities, so it's essentially a friendly takeover of this particular project.
All the big boys seem to be wandering around Queensland at the moment looking for copper projects, don't they? I hear that, South 32 are, Rios are, Newcrest are, Evolution. Is that correct?
Yes, and also all the minor players are too. Everybody's putting new attention on these copper prospects that, for the most part, just haven't been drilled adequately to know what the absolute size of these mineral occurrences are.
Are these copper porphyries, or are they? What sort of, what is the geology down there?
Well, Mount Isa isn't actually a copper porphyry. Mount Isa itself is, you would call it base metal massive sulfides type mineralization, whereas many in the otherwise old mobile belts elsewhere in Queensland, like where tectonic works, those are porphyries, but you would call them fossil porphyries because they aren't active margins, continental margins anymore.
Oh, okay. Anything else you want to talk about, Paul?
Yes, I should mention here that Sovereign Metals, which is the ASX listed Malawi explorer for graphite and for rutile, they have announced that they are formally going to have a dual listing on AIM, and they expect the first day's trading to take place sometime next month.
Lucky them. All right. Enjoy one-to-one. Let us know if you bump into some great companies that you want to talk about, and we'll speak tomorrow.
Will do.